What's good, Washington Commanders fans? The Washington Commanders selected Jartavius Martin out of Illinois, safety, with their second round pick, number 47th. And also they selected in third round Ricky Stromberg out of Arkansas, center. Finally, we got an offensive lineman, so I'm going to get right into it.
After the game, it's the aftermath. Win or lose, we still wave our commander's flag. Riding with Wentz under center, making the pass. Jahan Dotson, young rookie, making a splash. That burgundy and gold, that's what we about. Jonathan Allen knocking QBs to the ground. We die hard and nobody can shut us down. Cause this is the greatest show in town. Let's go! Go, 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 go.
All right, so the Washington Commanders went the first two rounds, selecting a corner and a safety in the second round. But I want to address first, before I get into anything, I want to get into the offensive lineman, because that was a need that we really needed at that position. It's just that even though we picked up some free agents, offensive linemen, in the free agency period, but we still needed to address. There were so many different ways that the Washington Commanders could go on the board, and they went defense the first two picks of the draft, which left us kind of like head scratching a little bit to wonder why they did that. Me personally, I just felt like the need for tight end, corner was a need, safety was a need, but we still could have get them in the later rounds, as we seen in the second round. Now, to my knowledge, in the first round, the Washington Commanders did try to move up, and not move up, but they tried to move back so they could acquire more picks, but no one wanted to trade up at the meantime. So that left Washington stuck. So where they could do a lot of different things, go a different route, pick up more quality players that could have filled out the roster. So they didn't have no choice but to pick Emmanuel Forbes when he fell to them. Now, a lot of us wanted them to pick Gonzalez, which they didn't. So Joey Porter was a no-go for us. Even Dante, he was a no-go for us, but he was on the list. He was one of the guys that, Washington did visit with. But nevertheless, our offensive line needed some depth. I mean, because with Josh Leno, Chase Roulier, we don't know with them guys. We don't know with them what we're going to get with them. So center is a prospect. Stromberg, he's very versatile, which, that's what Ron Rivera likes. He's very versatile. He's mainly center, but he could play both guard positions, which we need a lot of versatility on the offensive line. And I don't think they will stop. I mean, we still got, 5 more picks in this draft today. So I feel like we could dress the offensive line probably 2 more times. Maybe get a receiver, maybe get another corner. Kaylee Ringel's still out there. I hope we could draft Kaylee in the 4th round. That will be a bonus right there if we could get him. We missed out on the safety from Alabama. He got drafted before us. I don't know. It just seemed like we missed certain players. I understand what the team required and the scheme and all that, but some of these players could work for us. NFL.com's Lance Zierlein, he wrote that Stromberg has an initial feel for the angles and position that lead to some unexpected block wins. He has not given up a sack. He's all pro, I think, all athlete, all pro in the SEC. So that's a plus. So we drafted 1 Big Ten, two SEC guys. So right now, so he gave up no sacks. That's the main thing we look forward to, is no sacks at all. He also has a chance to become the starting center, which I will hope he does, and with the flexibility to play guard if needed. And that's what Ron Rivera likes. He loves flexibility along the offensive line, where you can play multiple positions. And this is something that Ron Rivera always does. He always wants flexibility. He wants guys that can move around, stay a little bit more fluid and everything like that. Now, scouts and analysts have commended his great awareness, consistent timing, ability to switch up his feet on a dime, and grittiness against contact. Now, one of his performance for one end of the high school is now the result will look the upward trend. When I say PFF gave him a 82.4 overall grade following his senior season. But we know that the Washington Commanders there's no secret that the Washington Commanders had inconsistency on the offensive line. And it showed really bad last year. Charles Leno, I keep calling this dude Jay Leno. Charles Leno, he holds all the time. He doesn't hold the blocks. You know, when Carson Wentz was in there against the Eagles the first time last year, we gave up 9 sacks in one game. I mean, granted, Taylor Heineke didn't get sacked as much playing, but we had to disguise some things, rely on the running game a little bit more than normal, you know, to take the pressure off the passing game, where you needed somebody that was a little bit more mobility. Hopefully, Stromberg could come in there with his talent, his athleticism, tandem, you know, to really, you know, move this offensive line. And with the other additions that we need. Now, I still say we still need another offensive lineman in this draft. We definitely need another versatile guy, because we need somebody to take Chase Roulier's spot and Charles Leno. But overall, I mean, I like the pick. I love him. You know, he's 6'3", 306 pounds. You know, he started 11 games, twice at left guard and 9 times at right guard. You know what I'm saying? He moved to center, where he took on the starting role throughout the whole entire season after playing in 11 contests as a senior. He played his career at Arkansas, was capped off with the Jacoby blocking trophy, which that's good too. The Jacob blocking trophy, not Jacoby. An award that was given confidence to top linemen. So the center prospect is with enough athleticism and strength to be considered a scheme independent. So you definitely don't have to really do much with him. He fits everything that Ron Rivera and this offensive line is trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially, we have not even dressed the tight end. Getting blocking tight ends. You know what I'm saying? That can help block during the run game, all through the passing game. You know what I'm saying, like that. We definitely need like I said, I think we need another offensive lineman. Probably, I mean, this draft, the way it went, we only had, 8 picks. We got 5 left. We only managed to get 3. We could have had an extra 3 or 4 if we was able to trade down. I do see that me personally, I just say dress the offensive line with the next 2 picks. But I don't think so. I think we could go tight end. I don't think we will get tight end. You know what I'm saying? I think we would if we do good tight end, it'll probably be the last pick of the draft. I think we're gonna go defense again. With the first pick in the 4th round, I think we're gonna go defense again. And then I think we'll go offensive lineman in the 5th round. And then in the 6th round, I think we got 2 picks in the 6th round. We could draft the offensive line around that time again. We could get a wide receiver, another running back. I don't know. Don't know. This draft has been very, very weird for us right now. Very, 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 very weird. Now I want to get into the safety that we picked. Jartavius Martin. He's out of Illinois. He's a safety. He's 5'11", 194. Wingspan 77 3/4. Very versatile. Positive traits. Very versatile player with position flexibility. That's something that we needed. More flexibility, more speed on the back end of defense. We got Emmanuel Forbes. That's most likely going to be the starter opposite of Benjamin St. Jude. You got a guy he got him for Buffalo nickel. He played close to the line. He's a great run stopper. Now the thing about it is he's an explosive athlete who tested very high at the combine, posting a 4.46. Has a 44-inch vertical and a 11.1 broad jump. He's a physical player. He likes to play physical, as we've seen in his tapes with Illinois. He loves to play physical. He likes to get his hands on receivers and coverage, and will deliver a boom and tackling. So that's what we need: hitting. Somebody that will hit. Somebody will come across the middle and make certain plays against these guys. We definitely need that. We definitely need a secondary that's fierce. You know what I'm saying? Because last year, if you look at our secondary, even though Curl and Derek Flores played good, when we had the nickel guys in, they couldn't cover well. They didn't stay stationary. We gave up a lot of gashing plays, especially when it come down to the tight ends. We gave up a lot of gashing plays across the middle, and that's one of the things. Now, we was good in pass coverage last year, but as us passing the ball was pretty bad. So I think right now, this guy, he could help us. Like I said, I think some of these picks was kind of reachy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of reachy, especially the first round and the second round. I think it kind of reachy because I think I still believe Washington could have figured out a way to get multiple picks. Get drafted out of the first round, you know what I'm saying, and get multiple picks. I just feel that they could have do that. They had a chance to do that, and they just kind of stayed pat. Where everybody else is around them was making moves, moving up, getting guys. Yeah, some guys didn't get drafted until late, but still, it's what it is. Now the negative on him is that he's a gambler who jumps routes and look to make a big play, can occasionally put himself in bad situations. That's another thing with Emmanuel Forbes, does the same thing. And they got to be disciplined, especially playing in this defense, because you playing against guys that's very savvy. You know what I'm saying? Receivers, tight ends that are very savvy, that could get across the middle. And if you make one critical bad play, it could be a big play, a big chunk yard or a touchdown. And you gotta be more disciplined in there. Now I do believe that Martin will replace Bobby McCain. Definitely got to get Bobby McCain out of there because he can't cover. And he can't cover in safety. He can't cover in the nickel. He doesn't tackle well. He does not tackle well. We need somebody that will tackle. You know what I'm saying? Get these guys down. I think Kendall Fuller with Emmanuel Forbes and Danzler there. I think Fuller is going to be expendable. And I can tell you this: if Washington picks another cornerback in this draft, I'm telling you, if Kaylee Ringo falls to Washington in this fourth round today, and we draft him, I guarantee you, Fuller is gone. It's going to be Danny Johnson and Fuller. They're going to be gone because we got replacements now. We're going to have a really physical secondary. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need because we already got the defensive line and we definitely have to address linebacker. We do need to draft a linebacker with Jamie Davis. I think that would be I think that would be a phenomenal pick. If we could get one, just to starters. I know Ron Rivera said he looking, most of these guys looking for depth, but to me, I think with Martin, Forbes, and Stromberg, I think they could go in there and start right away. Now if you do pick up now, and honestly, if you pick up a Kaylee Ringo, you definitely have to make him a starter. You cannot make him sit. He can't sit back there. You know what I'm saying? And I think still with Percy Butler still on the roster, I think you still could use him in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? Mixing coverage. You know what I'm saying? Especially you have fast guys, and I think all of them will feed off each other. You know what I'm saying? I think Percy Butler could feed off of somebody like Emmanuel Forbes. You know what I'm saying? And because you got young talent out there, and you got all these guys will be on rookie contracts. You wouldn't even have to pay nobody for the next 5 years, close to 4 years, rather to say. But I do like Martin's ability. He's very versatile. He understands the game. He plays close to the line. He's a hard hitter. He definitely. Overall, he's very versatile. He can play many spots in the defensive backfield. He was a cornerback at Illinois. He played 22 games in the first 2 seasons as a cornerback. He's a smooth athlete with fluid hips, and he also uses his cover defender over the slot. So that's good because, like I said, in the slot, you got wide receivers playing the slot, you got tight ends playing the slot. And if you could take away, you got a defender that could take away that area, that makes the quarterback hold the ball a little bit longer, where the quarterback has to think and go through his possessions to look for another open receiver. By that time, our defensive front could put pressure on it. You got Chase and Montez on one side. You got Federa Mathis. You got Payne. You got Allen. Those guys can push the front and get to the quarterback. And if you got elite corners and safeties back there that can hold their position, then you make the quarterback rush his progression and rush the play a little bit faster. So that's why I love stuff like that. As a cover defender, he has the IQ and a route understanding to play the slot. He does a good job of using his hands when playing in the catch technique and to reroute and control receivers as they make their way down the field. When breaking, he does a very good job of sinking his hips to stay in the receiver's hip pocket, as well as showing quick feet and good bursts to drive the ball. He also has shown to have the lack of fundamental strength and balance when in catch technique. There has been many times when he has been thrown off balance at the top of the route. As he works downfield, he also has shown to have very good ball skills and timing to break up passes. There are times when he can get too greedy, and make unnecessary risks at the quarterback. And that's something I think Jack Del Rio will fix with him. You know what I'm saying? It definitely will fix with him. So my thing is I think we got some decent guys that could have been had if we had multiple picks or traded down. I do believe that. These guys would have still been there. I think they jumped the Emmanuel Forbes pick, but it's what it is. He's here now. I mean, nothing you could do about it. You can't change it. I think Jartavius Martin, I think he's going to solidify that Buffalo nickel. Because you think about it, he could solidify that spot just like how what's the dude that used to play for Seattle? I can't remember his name. And then Seattle got the other guy right now. He was with the Jets. So you got a guy that could easily fit in and solidify that Buffalo nickel spot, and make sure hands down when it comes to playing close to the line and want to make hits. Especially when you got guys like, Barkley and Pollard and all of these quick twitch guys in the end. I mean, quick twitch guys that coming out of NFC. You know, the only big body back that you probably have to worry about is Derrick Henry. But I mean, I think our offensive line and our linebackers, you know, Jamie Davis, you know, we could handle him. You know what I'm saying? We showed that we could handle Derrick Henry last year, so it's not nothing new this year. But I just feel like right now Washington is just trying to plug holes. I think our defense really does need to be faster, really faster. I think adding a linebacker, a starter linebacker, pick a linebacker that could start. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't want just to have depth only. I want a guy that could just come in and start with, you know, or work his way into the starting rotation. That's what I look forward to. Also, I don't know, like I said, I see how the rest of this draft pans out from 4 to 7 today. It starts at noon. I don't know. I mean, I still have mixed feelings about this draft right now. Even though I'm good on the picks, we finally got an offensive lineman. Hope we could get another one. We get a tight end. We get you know, like I said, if Kaylee Ringo falls to us, I mean, we have to get him, man. We can't just let him go. So we'll see with the first 15 picks in the draft if Kaylee Ringo leaves before then. But if not, it's what it is. We just go offensive line again. You know, get somebody that could potentially start that's versatile for the offensive line. We got to get big bodies, man. We have not had great offensive line play, you know, since Trent Williams and them guys. So it's what it is. But leave your likes, comments, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to LiveWire and it's LiveWire Sports Entertainment. That is LSWNE on YouTube, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram and on Facebook. And until then, peace out.